No, no. It was a close one. They keep monitoring me for it. Yeah, up until now I had nothing. The first time I was about 43, 44. I had my first heart problem. I was impacted by my first heart problem. I went to the hospital immediately. They checked me, checked my vitals. I was fine. They sent me home. I do have to say that first time my kids were freaking out. They were worried about my heart pain. They were following behind us, speeding close, staying real close, going through the red lights. They waved a white hanky out the window to let the cops know that it was an emergency. We had to get to the hospital. Once we got there, they checked me. I was fine. I got sent home. The second time I was eating in a restaurant, I started to experience the heartburn. Wow, was it painful. I got some water to relieve the burn a little, but the pain came right back. The manager came over. At that point, I felt like everyone in the restaurant was looking at me. The manager told me I needed to stop that behavior. I said, "Get out of here, get." My son can interpret for me, so he told the man what I was saying. He told the manager, "Go home, go away, leave us alone." I said, "Seriously, I'm in so much pain and I need to behave?" "You need to leave," says the manager. Told us we needed to leave, but I said we're staying. At this point, the pain is unbearable. I'm trying to drink the water. It was working a little bit. My wife thought we should go to the hospital. I said, okay, I'm suffering, I'm sweating. We finished our meal and sped to the hospital. Finally got to the hospital. They checked me again and said I was okay. No heart attack, and I went home. The third time I was mowing the grass, and it hit me again. I get this terrible heart pain, and the pain hurt so bad. It was so painful. It was hurting. And I'm thinking, is this serious? Is there something wrong? My wife looks at me and said, "You know what? You need medicine. You need to get medicine." "Yeah, what's that medicine I take?" Yeah, something for heartburn. It's for your stomach. Anyways, we get in the car and we're driving to Kmart. It's real close to our home. I'd say about 3 miles. So we drove to Kmart. When we get there, my wife goes into the store. And at this point, I'm in so much pain, getting worse and worse. I'm so weak. My wife is concerned and asks if I'm okay. And goes into Kmart. She's really nervous at this point. She keeps walking into Kmart and looking back, walking and looking back at me in the car. She comes back and says, I just can't leave you in this pain." "What's that, dear?" "Yeah, I understand, I know. Okay. You were concerned, you were worried, I understand." So anyway, she runs over to a nearby restaurant. It's called the California Hamburger. She asked the man to call 911. "Can you call 911 for me?" And the guy goes, "What for? Why should I call 911? He's looking around. "I don't see a problem. I don't see anything. There's nothing going on." My wife goes, "It's my husband out there. He's buckled over in pain and he's weak. Don't you see him?" So anyways, my wife comes back and doesn't know what to do. The pain is worse and worse. And all of a sudden, a huge, big Cadillac pulls up next to us. I guess 66, 64, in the 60s. Man, what a wreck this car was. It was just hobbling along, pulls up next to us. I can't see him. I can't see the car, but a guy jumps out of the car and asks, "Do you need help?" I can't see the guy at this point either. My wife said, "Yes, please, can you help us?" By this time I'm throwing up, and the man asks if I'm drinking. He accuses me of drinking and even goes as far as laughing at me. My wife says, No, he's not drinking. He hasn't been drinking. The guy continues to accuse me of drinking, trying to figure out what's going on, and my chest is in so much pain at this point. My wife tells him that I'm deaf. And again, he looks at me and accuses me of drinking. And I'm telling him I'm in pain. And it's unbearable. Finally, the man tells me to lay down. He doesn't want to risk. He's taken all the precautions necessary. I don't want to lay down. But my wife says I should lay down. The man asks my wife to go get the coat out of the car for me to lay down on. As this is going on, a police chief pulls up who is on duty. He calls the hospital, he calls 911, he wants to get all of that prepared. They lay me down, support my neck. They're looking at my veins. I learned something new about heart attacks, that when you have a heart attack, your veins go flat. The blood doesn't flow anymore, but I was wondering, where in the world does all the blood go? I thought it was interesting. Anyway, they get me in the ambulance, and they're having a really hard time getting an IV started in me. They keep wiggling around, but the needle's bouncing off because my veins are flat. Finally, they realize I am in fact having a heart attack. So they get me to the hospital, speed off, and they check me at the hospital. And the hospital doctors there say nothing's wrong. I'm fine. We show them the paperwork from the EMT. They have all these tests. How can I be having a heart attack? Okay. The doctor trusts these results and think I should stay there for the night. The doctor comes. Has the EKGs from the other times that show I was fine. Doctor asked me, what do you think? And I said, I think I'm fine. I'm just having heartburn. I take medicine for it. The doctor takes me to the basement to walk a mile on the treadmill. He explains that there's going to be 3 different speeds that I'm going to go through. And I said, okay, I'm fine. I'm walking. Keep walking. Me and the doctor, we're chatting. I'm feeling fine. We're chatting. We're joking around. I feel fine. I'm walking. Okay, now he turns up the speed. I have to kick it up some. I'm walking faster. Starting to lose my breath. The 3rd speed turns it up to super fast and basically running. I can't breathe. And I tell him, I can't run. He says about 5 minutes. About 5 minutes of that, he tells me, go back to my room and rest. I'm fine. So I go to the elevator, and all of a sudden, I go to the elevator, and all of a sudden I get hit with the heartburn again. The doctors tell me I need to go to the UCI, something, right to the ICU. Or ICU. They're going to keep close watch there. Doctors confirm that this is in fact a heart attack. And I start feeling pain on my jawline. It feels like the weight is just pulling down on my face. I can't get any breath in. I'm having a really hard time breathing. No, can't breathe. The doctors use their stethoscope to listen to my chest, and they start to hear the fluid rising in my chest.